Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to one of my favorite videos of the year to watch and to film. We are talking inventory of everything that is beauty related in my house and related to my beauty, I guess. We're gonna talk makeup, we're gonna talk skincare, body and hair, and nails are gonna be included here. I have been keeping track of how much beauty stuff I have since 2018, specifically makeup since 2018 and body and hair since I think either 2020 or 2021. And it's actually quite interesting to see how it ebbs and flows. What categories I get into that I buy more of, and what categories I declutter more one year compared to the other. And it's super interesting actually to keep track. And I am a scientist by an engineer actually by education, so I love numbers and I love spreadsheets. So this is like ticks all of my boxes. I want to give a shout out to Haley on YouTube. She has been doing this as well, and I always love watching her. She's much more on top of it than I am. This year she had it already filmed at the end of December, so I'll link her video down below. And yeah, I just love watching her videos, so I thought I would give her a shout out. She does the whole spreadsheet as well, and I really enjoy it. I'm pretty sure a few years ago when I started doing it, I kind of took inspiration from her spreadsheet, and since then I've actually, yeah, it just evolves naturally, of course, with your collection and what you need. So I am going to actually move a little bit to the side. Is this okay? And put my spreadsheets here and show you a little bit how much stuff I have, and let's discuss category by category. Let's begin with makeup. This year has been a little bit of a purging year for me. When I found out I was pregnant with the twins in April, I think, I realized that I had to give up my beauty room and my space and all of my storage for the twins room, and to move into a much smaller desk in my own bedroom. So the goal this year was really to downsize my collection, and anyways my makeup style has changed quite a little bit. I don't know, I don't have really a lot of time to do crazy colorful looks or like makeup challenges on Instagram or things like that. I just don't do it. It's not part of my style anymore, and I am much more of the neutrals with a pop of color type of looks, and I'm a lot into greens. And lipstick wise also, I'm kind of moving away from really deep dark shades, mainly because with kids, first of all, you still want to kiss your kids, and secondly, they touch your face all the time, so the dark lipstick just ends up everywhere. So that is a little bit the pre-quo of that. So I am ending last year, starting this year with 28 liquid lipsticks, and that is 15 less than last year. I had 43 last year, and I decluttered a lot. A lot of my ColourPop just went bad, for example, but also I just don't use them a lot, and I moved on from that. I did buy 5 new ones apparently this year. I don't really remember which ones they are. Glosses I also cut down a lot because it was a gloss year 2021 I think, and then or at the beginning of 2022, and then I realized that I just wasn't using them because your hair gets stuck in it, they travel, they move. Yes, they're comfortable. Yes, I love the lip liner with a gloss type of look, but practically in my life it wasn't happening. The staying power wasn't there, so if I go to the office and I want a lipstick to stay on all day, then I cannot wear a gloss. If I am home, I rarely wear lipstick because I want to smooch my children. And yeah, so the glosses mostly went. I have 9 now from 21 at the beginning of the year. Regular lipsticks stayed quite let's say stable, but I did declutter quite a few, and I did buy new ones this year as well, going more for those satin and creamy lipsticks and a little bit more nuder shades. Like this to me still a nude, but a little bit more daytime shades, or what I experience as that. And I have 36 lipsticks now, from 40 at the beginning of the year. Lip pencils, I didn't really do much of my like much of a declutter of my lip pencils, because they're not gonna go bad, and I just need to find a way to use them more. So for that I just didn't do much, and I actually gained 2 lip pencils. I still don't know which ones those are, but I went from 23 to 25 lip pencils this year. Lip balms, the tracking of this is a little bit complicated because they are a little bit everywhere in the house. So I'm saying I have 4. I assume I have 4. Last year I had 5 written down, and I finished 1 that I know, and I'm really close to finishing 2 more. But yeah, we're just gonna call that I have 4. I think there's more in the house than that. And I don't have any lip primers, so actually I think that category will probably just go. I used to have 2 lip primers in 2021. One of them was a like a pigment mixer that then becomes makes the pigment become like a glossy lip balm, or like a gloss, a colored gloss. But I don't mix these things anymore. Moving on to eyeshadow palettes, I kind of have the same amount as the beginning of last year, but I decluttered 15 and I bought 15, apparently. So that's not really healthy, is it? But yeah, so it is. I know that a lot of my palettes have gone to other places, to have been rehomed, both sold and passed along to friends and family, so I'm happy with that. And my taste has just changed. So palettes, I still have 26 of them. Single eyeshadows, like these compacts, I don't have. Liquid eyeshadows, I don't have, but I do have 2 cream eyeshadows. One is the Smashbox Sepia. I used to have the green one as well, but I never used it, so I just decluttered it, because what's the point? Also, my eyelids are so oily that cream eyeshadow doesn't really do much. It doesn't work as a primer for me, so I have a whole video doing wear tests with the Smashbox cream eyeshadows and the Denisomarix color fixes. So if you're curious about that, on me it really didn't last very well. The Smashbox better than the Denisomarix, but I have one of those, and then one I got gifted for Christmas from a friend, the Huda Beauty like little trio. So I still have to try that one. But those are my cream eyeshadows. Single eyeshadow pans, I have. Can you guess? Can you guess? Stop the video, put in pause, and guess how many single eyeshadow pans I have. I'll wait for you. I have 388, which sounds like a lot, but last year I had 685. So it's almost half, kind of. Not really, but it's much less than last year. I decluttered a ton this year. There were a lot of old Makeup Geek and Colourpop, and I filmed that whole thing, so that's on my channel if you're interested. But I decluttered 317 single pans. I bought 20 this year. I think I bought more than 20 this year, but that is where my calculations have gone. I track this quite loosely, the declutters versus the buying. What I really do take care of is that the total numbers are correct. So I counted this at the beginning of the year, all of the makeup that I have and all of the skincare and everything, and kind of adjusted the buying and the decluttering to fit that a little bit better. Pigments, I have 4, and I actually plan on pressing them if I ever have time, or those 4 will also go the next declutter. I still have 12 glitters, same as last year, because I have a little custom-made palette from Colourpop with pressed glitters, and I have those and I keep them because they're easy to use, pressed glitters, and you never know when you want to press glitter on your face. That is, it can always happen. A party, I don't know, a dinner, I don't know. Maybe it will just end up being like little tattoos on my daughter's arm at some point, but for now, they are eyeshadows for me. Cream eyeliner, I still have one, and I only have one. I have the Inglot black liner in there, just in case I ever want to do a liner, which you haven't seen me with a liner in ages. Liquid eyeliners, I don't have any. I decluttered the one that I had, and I don't even remember what it was. Maybe a white one from Kiko. I don't have any liquid eyeliners. Eyeliner pencils, I had 44 last year, and I liked to have one of each color because I wore a lot of colorful looks, and now I really narrow it down to the colors that I do wear often. So I went from 44 to 26. I bought one this year, which is the new Nabla khaki one, the green one, and I decluttered 19. Eyeshadow primers, I have 4 from 8 last year. I finished one. It takes me like a year to finish an eyeshadow primer, so 4 is a lot. But I know that I have 2 glitter glues, the NYX and the Glam Shop, and then I have the Fenty Beauty eye primer, and I just bought the Urban Decay one because I liked the mini that I finished last year, so I wanted to buy the full size, and it was really good, like it was 14 euros or so, really good sale. So I bought that one. I also preferred that one to the Fenty. The Fenty I have to set with powder immediately before, like I put on primer and I put on powder immediately before I open my eyes. Otherwise, the primer creases and then my eyeshadows stick weirdly in my outer V. So mascaras, I had 6, and those were like there were 2 of them that were colored mascaras that I decluttered, and then I always have a mascara primer and a mascara, and now I have 3. So I have a mascara primer, mascara in use, and a backup mascara. These are things that now especially I don't have anything that is not in use or a backup of my favorites, so I feel pretty comfortable with that category. Brow products, I have a ton. I used to have 7 and now I have 10. And I looked in my beauty resolutions for 2022 was not to buy brow products. I don't know what happened, or I know what happened. What happened was I've been working through all of the brow products that I have, but then I bought new brow pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I haven't even opened, but I had panned mine, and it was from 2015. It was really old and cracking, and I had to use Duraline every single application. So I panned it and then called it quits. And I finished all my eyebrow pencils that I had. And then what I did was, other than the brow pomade, I bought my favorite brow pen from Lime Crime and their brow gel. And now I'm trying to work through everything else that I have. Hence, those are part of my project pan. And then I received a brow pencil as a gift from a friend. So I got 7 new brow products this year. I decluttered 1, which I don't remember what it was. Oh, I think it was the Colourpop. Yeah, it was the Colourpop brow pen that I decluttered. It was horrible, didn't do anything for me, and I finished 3 products. So I have 10 now, 3 more than last year. Moving on to cheeks, I have 3 face palettes, 1 more than last year because I bought the Hourglass Tiger palette this year. So my face palettes are all Hourglass. The Unlocked from 2018, the Tiger palette from this year, and the Ghost Blush Quad from 2019. So those are there. Highlighters, I have 7, which is the same as last year. I decluttered a lot of powder highlighters, and I bought cream highlighters this year. So kind of stayed the same, but there was some decluttering and buying involved. And then powder blushes, I went from 23 last year to 12 this year. And yeah, I kind of have, I don't know, I'm not really using powder blushes that much. I decluttered quite a few, and I bought a Pat McGrath powder blush and another one, which I can't think of right now. But that all went to kind of from a lot of powder blushes to a lot of cream blushes, because I went from 17 cream blushes last year to 27 this year. Like, it's a ton of cream blushes, and honestly I don't know how I'm gonna do that this year. Like, it's part of my, let's say, resolutions and my project and uses is to really get to know all of my cream blushes, all of my blushes in general, and decide what to keep and what not, because cream products go bad much faster than powder, and therefore I'm sure I'm not going to be able to use them before they expire. Whereas I have some powder blushes, especially MAC ones, that are very old and still work fabulously. I'm wearing actually one right now because it's part of my Project 10 uses. And bronzer and contours, I have 9, and that's 2 less than last year. I think I didn't want to buy any bronzer this year, and instead I did. I think that I might actually be missing one on here. It might be that I have 10, because maybe the Patrick Ta I didn't put in here. I bought quite a few bronzers this year, and what can I say? I love them. So nothing to do there. Moving on to base products. This is gonna take forever, guys. Foundations and tinted moisturizers that I consider as my base layer. I have 6, just like last year. I finished one and I bought one. Concealers, I had 8, and now I have 5. I decluttered quite a few and I bought a few this year. I kind of want to bring it down. This category I really want to bring down, both the foundations and the concealers. I just want one more coverage, one less coverage at the end, because my colors don't really change a lot during the year. I mean, if I am good and not pregnant or postpartum, I usually tend to self-tan through the winter, so I'm pretty much the same color all year round, maybe a little bit more tan in the summer, but then I also use less makeup, so that's fine. Powders, I have 8. I bought 2 this year, and that I also want to really bring down, but I don't use enough powder to really finish powders. It's really hard for me to finish powders. So yeah, I don't know what to do about it. And I'm always looking for the perfect powder. Maybe just the idea of not buying any powders this year could be a great resolution. Setting sprays, I finished the Urban Decay one last year, and I still only have my Max Fix Plus. I don't use setting sprays. I only use my Max Fix Plus to spray my brushes to foil my eyeshadow. So I still have that one, and I will keep that one. Face primers, I have 2, and I will, yeah, I hope to finish these because I really don't use face primers. Then we move to makeup brushes, and that's a big category. For face, I have 29. I decluttered 10, and that I had filmed, but I did not declutter my eyeshadow brushes this year, and I just didn't have the mental space at the time. And right now, my brushes and in general my makeup is just shoved in drawers or in different places of the house because I don't have my space yet until the babies go to their own room. And therefore I have 152 eye brushes, which is 37 more than last year. I wonder where those 37 came from. In the sense, I just don't remember if this year I bought the extra Nabla ones, which could be, because I know I bought Refer brushes this year, but I guess I also bought the extra Nabla sets, maybe. That's why there's so many more. And sponges, I only have 2 because I don't use sponges, and I mainly decluttered all of mine. And actually, when Andrea, my daughter, goes through my makeup drawer, she takes out the sponges and plays with them and puts them on her face, and she loves it. So those are hers pretty much. So I maybe should just say I don't have any makeup brushes, makeup sponges to use, because they've been everywhere. Last category for makeup is nail polishes, and I am now counting only normal nail polish. I have a bag of gel polish that I use occasionally. This year I was really into the Builder in a Bottle. I used it for a long time. It was really good at keeping my nails like long, but since I've been pregnant, my nails have been doing so well that I've had to actually cut them, like file them down every time I do my nails because they grow so much. I wonder if that is gonna change, but for now I only tracked my regular nail polishes. Colored nail polishes, I have 125, which is 16 more than last year, and I bought to 19 and I decluttered 3 that were just not colors that didn't work for me. The way I do it is like I wear my nail polish. If I hate the way it looks on my compared to my skin, then I declutter it and I put it on Vinted, because I use my nail polish so little, or rather I use a lot of nail polish. I always have my nails polished, but I have so many polishes that I cannot really wear them all. I mean, I would have to do my nails multiple times a week to go through my whole nail polish collection in a year. So no. Base and top coats, I have 6, and I finished these and used them, so that's fine. Nail oil or cuticle oil, I have 4, and that's 2 more than last year because I bought one and I received one in PR from Madame Glam. What I count here is the 2 pre-made ones, and then I have a big bottle of jojoba oil and a big bottle of grapeseed oil that I had bought and I actually didn't open. I bought them quite a few years ago and didn't open because I wanted to make my own cuticle oil, mixing those 2 oils together, but I never got to it, and I now don't want to open them to check if they're good, because then it's gonna start, the timer's gonna start ticking on those, so we will see. That brings my totals for the year to 793 makeup items, and that sounds like a lot, but it's mainly brushes and single eyeshadows if you count them like that. I went from 1140 to 793, so I am really happy with that. I want to further reduce my collection, as I said, but organically using up things, and yeah, the color cosmetics are still gonna be an issue. Like eyeshadow and blushes are a bit of a weak spot for me. I think I'm doing better with lipsticks though. Just I don't feel as tempted to buy a lot of lipsticks, but eyeshadows, yes, I still crave a palette, don't know. And blushes I keep buying, which is wrong, but yeah. So that is the situation of my makeup collection. Let's move on to skincare, and this is a category that I would really like to have pretty much one in, one out type of situation per category, and it's not there yet. There's a few sticking points that I need to be working on, but yeah, it will work out fine, I guess, eventually. But that's something I need to focus on, not buying as much, because I think I use up skincare a lot, so then I buy a lot of it, especially on sale, especially with Black Friday, and in the end I have products that are unopened for more than a year, and that's also not okay. It's a waste of space, money, and risking them going bad, especially if there's actives in it. So let's start from makeup removers. I bought a lot of makeup removers this year, but I also finished them. So last year I had 2. This year I have 5 at this point in time. These are balms, oils, and balms and oils pretty much. I just made an order of 4 makeup removers from the Body Shop, and that should get me through the year, if not more. Plus I have 1 open. So that's where my 5 are. I bought 6 and I finished 3 this year. So I should be able to go through these and use them up. Cleansers that are my second or morning cleansers, I have 3. I used to have 4, but I finished 3 this year, and I bought 2 new ones, or I bought and 1 I received in PR from YESSTYLE. That's fine. I'm not worried about these categories. Hydrating toners, I have 2. I have the same one as last year, the Pyongyang Yul mist toner, and then I got in PR from YESSTYLE another mini, so that's where those are, and I've been actually using them now that my skin seems to be a bit drier and more sensitive, so I'm hoping to bring it down to 1. Balancing toners, these are my morning toners. I usually have some sort of pore refining oil control ingredients, so usually niacinamide or salicylic acid, and actually no, salicylic acid during the day. In the morning I don't use, but usually niacinamide toners, and I have 3 just like last year. So I bought 1 and I finished 1. So I'm hoping to keep doing that in and out type of situation and go through my collection rather than buying more actually. Acid toners, I have 3, just like last year. I bought 2 and I finished 2, so that works out quite well. Hydrating serums, I bought 2 this year, so I have those 2 that I didn't have last year, but that's because my skin has changed a lot during pregnancy, from being oily to being more normal, even with dry spurts now that it's winter. So dry and sensitive right now I'm feeling a little bit, so that's why I bought more hydrating serums. Antioxidant serums, that's vitamin C and other antioxidants that I would use in the morning. I had 0 last year. Now I have 5, and if you saw my haul, that's pretty much all new. I've been on a vitamin C kick, and I bought a lot of vitamin C serums this end of the year. So those need to be used and gone down. Anti-aging serums, I have 0, but I used to have 4, and I don't exactly know what I meant with that when I have this. What were the ones that I used to have, the 4 that I used to have last year, because I have a separate retinol and retinoids category, and that's the most anti-aging, and those I have 3 of this year. I have 1 more than last year because I also didn't use any retinoids during my pregnancy. And balancing serums, these would be my, again, daytime serums when I'm more oily. I have 1, I finished 1, I bought 1. So I have only 1. Eye creams are something I go through quite a bit. I finished 3 this year, and I bought 4 new ones, bringing me on a total of 4 because I started the year with 3. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through my eye creams. It's mainly the Origins, the ginseng eye cream. I have 3 of those, and 1 evening eye cream, which is the La Roche-Posay retinol eye cream. SPF, I have 4, 1 more than last year, and actually I had to throw away 1 because it expired. The Paula's Choice ones have the expiration date on top, and unfortunately 1 expired in what was it, January this year, just now it expired. And since I have many, I decided not to use an expired SPF and just continue using the ones that I have. I have 1 expiring in May, which is the one that I'm now gonna work through, and 1 expiring in August, which is easier because I have like the nice weather coming up. In winter it's difficult for me to finish SPF, especially since I didn't leave the house very much. So if I leave the house, even in winter, I use SPF. Now with babies, I don't really do that. Regular moisturizers, I actually bought a lot. I used to have 6. These are moisturizers without SPF that I use in the evening or when it's like miserable weather and I don't leave the house. And now I have 9, and these are also, a lot of them I just bought in the last like Black Friday hauls and things like that. And some of them are minis, so I trust that I will be able to use them. Tinted moisturizers, I have 2, and those are my 2 Origins ginseng tinted moisturizers that I keep with my skincare. They have SPF 40. I treat them as skincare rather than like my Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer that I treat as a makeup item. Face oils, I have 1 mini from Use to the People that I need to go through, and that's it. I don't really use them a lot. Then masks, I did quite well. I didn't really buy any masks this year. I have 1 purifying mask from Paula's Choice, 1 hydrating mask, the one from Origins. Then I have 4 exfoliating masks, and those are like from enzyme peels to AHA and BHA exfoliating masks. And I got 1 more from last year. I got an NPR from YESSTYLE. And these I'd like to use more of because yeah, they're there for a long time, so I need to finish them. But it's also nice to have a mask when you need it. Sheet masks are part of my project pan, let's say. I want to finish all my sheet masks and eye patches because I just don't use them. And I have 5 right now. I already finished a few. Self-tanners, I have 5 self-tanners for the face, which is way too much, but I do have them all in minis. I have 1 full size that is part of my project pan, the Isle of Paradise drops, and then I have 4 more minis, and that's the 4 new ones that I got this year. And then spot treatments, I have 3. I have a tea tree oil, I have the drying cream by Mario Badescu, even though I don't really use it, and I have the Inkyless succinic acid spot treatment that I use more. So I'm thinking of getting rid of the Mario Badescu, but I'll see if I use it at all this year, and otherwise I'll just toss it. This brings my total of skincare items to 66, which is 21 more than last year. This coming year I really need to focus on not buying anything unless my category is empty. Maybe that could be my resolution. I still need to do a resolution and looking back at how much I spent and how much I emptied. I'll do that soon, but this could be a resolution. No more skincare buying. Sounds good, right? The thing with having 2 kids is that one cries and you get him to fall asleep, and the other one starts. So yeah, I've had a lot of breaks during this filming to get one or the other to sleep. I thought it was the same one, so I was gonna take him and bring him here to cuddle him, but if it's 2, you can't take 2. Anyways, moving on to the last 2 categories for my inventory, and those are body and hair care. I have 4 shower gels that are 3 more than I would like to have. I want 1 shower gel in my life, and 2 of these are the jumbo sizes from the Body Shop, so it's gonna take me forever to go through them, but I will try. What I think is I'm gonna either finish or take a break from the one that I'm using now and then go through my small ones, so that I only have these jumbo sizes to use, and that's the end of it. It's also my favorite fragrance, the grapefruit fragrance from the Body Shop, and that's the only one that I need in my life. Body lotions, I have 8. I bought 5 this year somehow, and I only finished 1. That sounds a little bit weird because I finished a lot of minis, but maybe I wasn't counting the minis last year. I don't know. But I have 5 body lotions to go through, But I have 8 body lotions to go through. That's 4 more than last year, and I don't want it. Maybe it's because while I was pregnant, I was pretty much only using oil, but I want to finish my body lotions this year. That's a goal. Body scrubs, I have 2, and it's the same 2 as last year because I don't use them very often. Because I self-tan, I will use a scrub once a week maybe, but I find that my tan just comes off by itself quite nicely, so I don't feel the need. And in the summer when I use gradual tanner, I don't want to scrub in between because I just keep, with my gradual tanner, I keep my tan up. And I don't see it going patchy, so I don't really use scrubs. But I should finish them, for sure. There's 2, and they're at least a year or 2 old. Body self-tanners, I have 3, and it's the same number as last year, but I'm pretty sure I got a new one this year and I finished one. So that maybe I should actually put in my... you guys will see it correct, but I need to update my inventory. Hand creams, I have 4. I finished one and I got one. I don't really use hand creams. The one that I got was part of this Look Fantastic box, and actually I was super enthusiastic because it's a good brand, super nourishing, I know it, but I hated the smell. So since I apply my hand cream before going to bed, I don't like the smell of hand cream. I feel like sleeping. No. So that smell I don't like, so I'm thinking of actually gifting that one away. But I have 4 hand creams. I need to get through them. I don't use them. I need to be better at it. Foot cream, I only have 1 left, and it's part of my project plan to finish. I had 2 last year and I finished that one, the one that was in my project plan last year. So I'm really hoping to finish the one that I have this year. I have to say that using foot cream regularly really does give results. So I'm a convert, but yeah, I just need to be better at doing so. Also, my favorite foot cream was the Heel Chemistry from the DCM brand umbrella, and that one was discontinued. The whole brand was discontinued, both the hand and the foot creams from that brand, and I'm super sad because that's the only ones that I would ever repurchase. So yeah, body oils, I have 1 and I'm almost finished with it. I used the Up 2 already the past year during my pregnancy, and now I'm finishing the last one that I have, and I am going to not purchase body oils. I think I have so many lotions to finish. So the total body care for this year is 23 items, and it's 2 less than last year. And I really want to focus on finishing more and not buying anything for the body this year because I really don't need it. Moving on to hair, I have 4 shampoos, which is 1 more than last year. I finished 1 and I got 1 in PR and I bought 1, I think. That was a little bit the total, and I want to be better. Since I wash my hair once a week, I don't really go through shampoo a lot, but yeah, I just need to be more conscious of not buying any shampoo. Or conditioner for that matter, because I have 3 conditioners, 1 more than last year. Again, I bought 1 and received 1 in PR, and I finished 1 this year. Hair masks, I finished 2 and I bought 1 this year, and I have a total of 3 hair masks, which I need to go through. One of them is like, I really have something here, huh? It's so itchy, I don't know if it's a bug bite or something. One of them is a colored hair mask, like that is a bright red, but I don't really have that bright red hair, or my color doesn't really bleed as much now, and I think it's like 1,000 years old, so maybe I should just declutter it. Should do that. Styling creams, I have 5 and I really hate that. It's too many. One of them is the Shea Moisture smoothie, and it's huge and I'll never go through it. I did go through the one that I had in my plans last year, and I have others. I bought 3 more styling creams this year and I really need to go through them. It's not okay. Leave-in conditioners, I have 1, happy with that. I don't really use it a lot, so I'm okay with that. Gels and mousse type of products, I have 3. I finished 3 last year, I bought 1, and I want to go through them. I have 1 that is almost empty actually, and the problem I have there is that I have 2 mousses that are ginormous from L'Oreal, one of which is broken, has a broken cap, and I don't know if I can yet move the one cap to the other. I'm not sure, so that might change soon. Hair oils, I have 4. Don't use them that much because they're not super good for my waves and curls to hold. So if I put an oil in my hair, it will get like straighter sooner. But when I don't use styling products for curly hair, then I'd like to put a hair oil to smooth down the frizz. So that is a bit complicated. But for example, this is hair from the pool. And at the pool, I just do shampoo, conditioner, no styling, because I'm with my daughter, and I just run back home. And then what I do when I get home is leave-in conditioner and hair oil, so that my hair doesn't become this big of a frizz. Dry shampoos, I have 1. I barely use it, so it's just for emergencies. Hairsprays, I have 2, the same 2 as last year, a mini and a big size. And I think the big size is going 7 years old. Probably. I should probably get rid of that one. And I also don't use hairspray, so I should probably just declutter those. And heat protectors, I have 2. One of which is the new Color Wow that I got in the Look Fantastic box. And I don't really use heat on my hair, so I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. The other one is a mini Briogeo, so they're really small. And they're there, I don't know, because they were sample sizes. And yeah, I just need to get rid of them. That brings my total of hair products to 28, which is 3 less than last year, and I hope to dwindle it down even more, especially the styling products. I'm okay with my shampoo and conditioner stash, but the styling products and masks is way too much. I just need 1 mask, don't need 4. So yeah, that was my inventory. My goodness, that took forever. My back hurts from sitting on the bed. I cannot wait to have my desk and a normal chair back so that I can sit up straight, because sitting on the bed straight is just, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm curious to hear how your inventory is this year, if I don't know. Let me know honestly, but not nicely, if you think this is a lot or not. I think I'm doing a good job at reducing my makeup collection a lot. For someone who loves makeup so much, I think this is okay. There are some sticky points, of course, but also single eyeshadows and eyeshadow brushes that are the most don't take up a lot of space, luckily. Anyways, I have still a crying baby, or again a crying baby who doesn't want to sleep. I hope it's the same one, so I can just take him up and cuddle him until the next feed. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me. I'm hoping to keep filming a couple of videos a week and putting them up as I can edit them. Yeah, keep hanging out in 2023 and talking about beauty. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.